Welcome to the ninth edition of Sema Spox.
Bonga na Gava.
Sema Spox. Today we are talking about mice. When we talk about mice, we don't mean that mouse. It's not the plural of that little animal that we need to eradicate in the house. It means meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. And that is why today we are hosting none other than the CEO of the Kenyatta International, is it convention or conference? Convention, you convene, convention center. And we are lighting up the tower in a moment. But before we get back to that, and by the way, he'll tell us his name. I heard he's called Maura, but he's not my relative. He ain't my relative. But where we come from, we say he's Garana. If you understand, not Garana, Kurar. Wewe unatoka mlima hapo unajua hiyo maneno. Now, what has been happening in government? In line with this year's tourism uh, theme of mice, wildlife, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, who I've had time to spend with him today at the Cabinet Committee meetings, has been at the 98th Kenya Music Festival Cultural Gala in Eldoret, celebrating Kenya's cultural vibrancy and creative sector, which contributes to an estimated 5% of the GDP and provides income opportunities for youth. And that event really has brought our people from 33 counties, reinforcing ongoing efforts to empower artists and strengthen the creative economy. So please, we are talking about MICE, culture, events, that's very important. The other thing that we need to know from the government is that the public has been invited to weigh in on Kenya shillings 244.5 billion Safaricom divestment. Parliament has invited the public to submit their memoranda until 8th of January 2026 on the proposed sale of a 15% government stake in Safaricom PLC, involving roughly 8 billion shares at only 3.8 shillings. So you can actually buy this share, and it's expected to raise 244.5 billion. And this money is going to where? To the National Infrastructure Fund. The process is guided by Article 118 of the Constitution, which aims at ensuring transparency, safeguard public assets, and direct proceeds to infrastructure, debt reduction, and fiscal expansion. The other thing that we need to know, again on matters budget, is that the National Treasury has invited Kenyans and stakeholders to submit proposals for tax policy changes for the 2026-27 budget, promoting transparency, accountability, alignment with the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. We don't want protests. Time for you to give your proposals so that then when we talk about the finance bill, it is also a reflection of what people want and also to that effect. We also want to congratulate the Ministry of Defense for having earned 4 awards at the 2025 FIRE Awards, emerging overall public sector winner for financial reporting, accountability, and public service management. And I was with the Defense CS Soipan Tuya today, and my good friend and former fellow parliamentarian, Patrick Mariro. Good job they're doing. In fact, they've done a good job. I think they also collaborated with KICC when it came to renovations. Great people. Let's clap for the Ministry of Defense. But to tell us more of such and other collaborations, I move to the next side, and I find my friend, Mr. Maura. How are you?
It's my pleasure to be here.
You are well?
Well, I am.
You look strong.
Very.
Ready?
Yes, I am.
We are going to light the tower today.
We'll do that.
Thank you. Good. So, CEO,
Yes.
hii ni show ya mayouth. Hawa wanaitwa Gen Z, na those who are young at heart. As you can see, I'm not that very old, isn't it? Me ni yule msee, eh? So relax. Yeah, there's a cup of water there. But first, before, in the next about 5 minutes or so, tell us, who is CPA Maura Bogwa? Or is it Bogwa Maura?
It's Mbugo Maura. Maura is the surname. Wow. Yeah. Thank you very much. CPA Mbogo Mora is a Kenyan, born in Nyandarua, raised in Laikipia Plains. Attended Gigi from Ruti High School.
Gigi means Gigi Karaoke.
The same Gigi Karaoke.
Wow, amazing.
He was the school was named after him.
Okay.
Attended several.
This is a guy who wrote that book, Illusions of Power.
He is a man.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Laikipia West.
Mm-hmm.
So don't make a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Uh-huh.
So attended several universities. Holder of 3 degrees.
Which are these universities, Mr. Mora?
University of Nairobi.
Oh, the University of Nairobi.
Yeah.
You know, they keep on saying those are, the others are names of people and places. Huh? Like those of us who went to KU, you know, I mean, you know, I don't know.
Of course, the University of Nairobi.
Yes.
For my master degree.
Yes.
And also my LLB, that is my bachelor's degree in law.
You also a lawyer, Makofi. I mean, we have a lawyer in the house who is also a CEO, cheza na sheria ya procurement.
Also Methodist University for my BBA.
Oh, what?
Of Business Administration.
So BBA.
BBA, LLB.
So you have
MBA.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how many degrees do you have?
3. 2 undergrad, 1 graduate.
Hai, makofi bwana. Hai. Tuko na chopi hapa.
CPAK.
Yeah. Wow. Huh? Huh? Bado zinakuja.
A CPSK.
Huh? Uh-huh.
And an ACIB.
What is ACIB?
Associate of Chartered Institute of Bankers of London.
No, let me now count. First degree in
business administration.
Another first degree in LLB.
In law.
A master's in
finance.
And then CPA,
certified public accountant,
which is another degree in a way.
Yeah.
And then CPSK. Yeah, CPSK. So you are public secretary.
Yeah,
that's for CEOs. And then
Chartered Institute of Bankers of London.
My goodness.
So I'm a banker too.
Wow. So those are 6 qualifications. Makofi. We wacha wivu. Wewe uko na degree yako moja hapa unaturingia hapa. Hata utufanyi tunapumua bwana. But now tell us Mr. Mbogwa Mor. Nakwambia sasa respect imefika hapa. How did you grow up and how did you end up being a CEO? What was your motivation? What brought you here? Where you are today?
I grew up in Laikipia.
Yes.
Laikipia is not for the faint-hearted. To be precise, Laikipia West. And there are only 2 rules in Laikipia. You either make it or make it. Okay? So motivation to better life was absolute and has been absolute with everybody across that region. I think data has it that many times we say boys from the village rule the city.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. So
did you fetch water from the river?
We don't have rivers in Laikipia, even under the situation.
Oh, yes?
We have dams.
Wow.
Yeah. So we did a lot of that. Of course, using bicycles.
Yes.
Grazing is a.
So you are using bicycles to go fetch for water?
Yeah. Yeah. On average, 17 kilometers.
In a day?
One trip is 17 kilometers on average.
Wow.
Yeah. But the situation has improved, of course, with the successive governments.
And this is the young boy who now is the CEO of the most famous building in Nairobi, the iconic symbol of Nairobi.
That's it.
Wonderful, wonderful. And by the way, it's good to tell you that yeye ni landlord, mimi nalipa rent kwake. Yeah, ofisi ya msemaji wa serikali iko wapi? KICC 23rd floor na pia Harambee House Annex 6th and 7th floor, lakini bulk ya watu wangu wanakaa pale na he has been my landlord KICC nikiwa Senate pia. Hapo nilikuwa nalipa hiyo building yako. By the way, I actually walk from 23rd floor all the way down, ku-exercise. Yeah. I used to climb up to 10th floor when I was in the Senate. Lakini sasa naona kama nimeanza kuzeeka kidogo. Now let's come to now KICC. Tell us in a nutshell, what is KICC? We remember, those of us who are a little bit younger, is it younger or older? I don't know. When we saw the KANU being ejected and people wakikula tear gas, ila nyakati, I think, former President Uhuru Kenyatta, then after that, then I think the Minister for Tourism was Rafael Tuju.
Yes.
But now we see great events. Tunaona nyimbo zinaimbwa na maji. Mimi kuona hivyo. Can you imagine water singing? Na inaimba Kenya taifa. What about KICC? We had the president saying it was recently renovated. I mean, great things have happened there.
KICC plays a dual role. There's a building, that's a venue. There is an institution. The institution has been a state corporation under the Ministry of Tourism, is now a government-owned enterprise under the National Treasury with the current signing of the bill into law by His Excellency. So KICC in the dual role does the hosting of meetings, but also KICC does the seeking, the search of business for Kenya as a destination for meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions.
Makofi hapo, makofi. So since you became the KICC CEO,
yes,
how many have you been able to secure, or rather under this administration since 2022?
I'll enumerate to you eight major.
Okay.
Very major, of the honor of the kind in Africa.
We
start with the ACS, the Africa Climate Summit.
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah,
that was quite a masterpiece.
We followed it up with the AFDB, African Development Bank.
Yes. I actually attended that one, and the president spoke very well.
We had the Soil Summit.
The Soil Summit.
Yeah.
Yani kuna summit ya
Yes,
mchanga.
yes.
Mumesikia hiyo maneno?
Soil and Fertilizer Summit.
Okay.
Around the same time, we had the World Bank. The World Bank conference. It's called World Bank what?
Wow.
It's IDA.
Okay.
In full, we call it IDA.
Okay.
Yeah.
International Development Alliance. Yes, those countries that are under least developed country. I know.
We have the SOGAM.
SOGAM.
My director knows it in full. It's called what? The one from India.
Okay.
The millets, sorry.
The millets,
yeah. Technically, so far, the major ones can be counted to 8 or more. And with the latest being the African Heads of State Summit.
Oh, wonderful.
The COMESA Heads of State Summit that was just the other day. And in January, we should be holding the East African Heads of State Summit.
Mr. CEO.
Yes.
In a nutshell.
Yes.
If you are to talk to a layman what KICC does.
Yes.
Pitch for it.
Yes.
In the next 2-3 minutes.
KICC hosts conferences, meetings. Meeting ranges from 2 people meeting to a group of heads of state sitting together. Okay. So if you have a meeting of 2, a wedding of 11,000, a group of school children who wants to run something, a group of university students who want to brainstorm on an area, a group of engineers who wants to conduct research and want to meet to agree on how to go about it, all have space at KICC. If you want to conduct a good wedding, you can't bet on another place other than KICC.
Are you affordable?
Oh, very. But of course, affordability is relative.
Well, na ile bei ya hasla?
Wote ni mahasla nimeongea kuhusu. People who come to the tower, those are hustlers. If you come to the cases on a weekend, sometimes it is full more than some of the churches. Because actually there are churches inside there. Anyway. Yes. So beyond hosting meetings for purposes of business, we also host them for purposes.
I will this coming Saturday, I'm a chief guest at the Arizona College graduation. The same facility.
Yeah. So that is one.
And by the way, thank you. It's good I tell you.
Yeah.
You gave the deaf people free. Free venue.
Yes.
Upon their request through my office. Tupigie makofi CEO kwa hiyo.
We did it. Yeah, we did it, and we support such groups. Yes. We so much into mainstreaming, so nobody is left behind with KICC. That is the first bit. The other bit is that KICC is an entity that does bidding for international conferences for destination Kenya. Okay. Sometimes not necessarily for KICC itself, but even for other setups. Okay. We can do a meeting, bring it to Sarova. It can go to Safari Park. It can go to other places. Okay. Yeah. So
there's a system how you bid for it.
It's a whole elaborate system. Okay. We do a lot of data mining, analysis, follow the cycle of meetings, praise bids, body-fed bids physically, and where necessary, pay the requisite fees to be allowed to access the bidding process.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So how many have you been able to? You talked about 8.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the capacity, what is the capacity of KICC in terms of hosting? Up to how many people can you host? How many meetings at a go? Parking space? What are the amenities? What do you get? What is your value for money?
The biggest population that can be accorded at KICC at one is 12,000.
12,000 at
one go.
Wow.
That is from parking to Savo to helipad.
Wow.
However,
12,000. That, by the way, that is like a stadium. It's like the Raila Odinga Stadium in Homa Bay.
Yes, it's a go. Wow. We can have 12,000. However, for particular meetings, because of specific setups, our biggest hall is the Savo Ballroom, which has a seating capacity of 2,500.
Okay.
Yeah. We have so many other rooms with the rest capacities, but of specific designs to accommodate specific meetings.
Okay, so so if you are to have small meetings and the big ones, the 2,500, you could host up to how many meetings at a go?
Up to 6,000.
Up to 6,000
Yeah.
people
People at a go.
at a go. But how many meetings? Like
More than 30 meetings.
more than Makofi Apple. So there could be at any given point 30 meetings going
30
on.
dependent groups seated at different locations.
Wow.
You see, when we have these international conferences, I think with the AFDB, they wanted 102 rooms, which we provided. And these are party breakaway rooms.
Yes.
Meaning
102.
Meaning they could have different 102 meetings. If spokesman for Ghana wants to meet spokesman for Kenya, we have a room for you.
Yes.
Yeah. And we
by the way,
comfortably provided that.
You've been hosting me when I was doing my briefing until I got this media center.
Yeah.
And what about parking capacity?
Our parking capacity, the outdoor, the Comesa, has a capacity of 450.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the Coca-Cola area. We have around 200. We have the rear side facing HARAMBEE. We also have around 200.
So about almost 800.
Almost 800.
Wow. Makofi pia kwa hiyo. Hii ni show ya Sema na Spox.
Bonga na Gava.
Sema na Spox.
Bonga na.
And we are promoting our own because sisi ni Wakenya wazalendo. Si ndio?
Yes.
Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo. Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo daima. Now, let me tell you a short story, and then we come now to the issue of mice.
Yes.
We used to come to KICC every year for national music festivals, like the ones the DP attended in Eldoret.
Yes.
So it was a venue. So I had never seen a lift. So that VIP lift, I remember it. So there used to be somebody who was manning it. I think that time because Kanu was like the anchor landlord.
Yeah.
So I would press, then I would see people, then they were telling me to come in, then they would go. Then I was on kanyumba kana meza watu wanaenda wakirudi. And then of course at some point I was chased away by somebody with a walkie-talkie. So nikaushamba kidogo. Little did I know that one day I would end up working from that office, that building. But now, when you talk about mice, give us a good overview of the mice situation in the world, in Kenya. How is Kenya positioned? Because you are the guru here.
Thank you. In general, by a way of generic statement, mice drives business and tourism globally. And there's a reason behind it. Anyone, you inclusive, if you ever attended any business meeting in a destination, the likelihood of you going back for a leisure tour is always 60%.
Okay.
And you going back, you never go alone. You'll now go back to business with family, with a friend, or a relative. So generally, when mice has a multiplier effect of 6. Wow. Any person who goes for a business meeting to a destination, they are likely to scout and spot leisure tourism. So they are likely to come back and enjoy leisure while still doing mice. So once you drive mice, the rest follows naturally. Yeah, so that is one element of it. Kenya starts at a good position globally. However, compared to other developed countries, the likes of Malaysia and the rest, we are yet to get into the level of complexity of both technology and conference facilities. But with coming up of the bombers, the likelihood is that we're catching up because the model of it, if you check through the designs, is at the level of any other global international conference center. With KICC supplemented by quite a number of private sector players, there is very big conferencing business in Naivasha. There is a lot of business conferencing in Mombasa. Kisumu is coming up very well in business conferencing. I think I don't know whether that time you were the government spokesman when we had the Afri-Cities meeting. It was in Kisumu. Yeah. That was a conference. And you realize we had to seek accommodation from Kakamega all the way to Eldoret.
Yes.
Simply because Kisumu was hosting Afri-Cities conference. So that is how strong mice is. In Africa, Kenya ranks within the top mice destinations. The lead many times is South Africa, followed by Morocco and Egypt. Then comes Kenya.
So we are number 4.
We are number 4.
Makofi hapo.
So
we are even ahead of countries like Nigeria and other countries.
No comparison. Wow. West Africa is blowing on mice.
In fact, I actually saw in terms of private sector investment, we were the highest in Kenya, in Africa in the month of November.
Yes.
So we are really doing well.
Perfectly well. Anybody who is a student of statistics, devoid of any other illusion, Kenya is doing very well in quite a number of fronts, and specifically when you go to mice.
Yes.
If the only facility we've had over time government. Public one is KICC, and of course, I've seen their private sector ones. And we've been ranking between number 3 and 4.
Yes.
Then you can now do a projection when we have bombers and we have every county having a conference center. It cannot be any other results but number 1.
So tell us about BICC.
The Bombers International Convention Center, from where we stand as KICC, is one of the best decisions in terms of business investment for a basic reason. For once now, when you're going for bidding, we are able to put Kenya with a seating capacity of 15,000, one sitting, but with also combined seating capacity of more than 30,000.
Makofi hapo.
Other countries, sometimes they do joint hosting, and that is what we will be doing in some of the big conferences. We can host between Bombers and KICC, and even JW Marriott, so that we are bidding for the metropolis, meaning we stand a better chance of putting across a winning bid, more better than when you're doing a bidding for either a standalone entity or for more scattered conference facilities.
Okay. Now, in terms of this year's theme,
yes,
you know, for the tourism Jamhuri Day, it's on Friday. It will be at the Nyayo Stadium. We just did a recce rehearsal yesterday with the military and the State House team in terms of the production.
Yes.
What is your message about KICC? Any role that you are playing to support this thematic week?
KICC is a theater of all activities for the thematic week for the Jamhuri Day, which is tourism, wildlife, and mice. So everybody is welcome to come see what tourism you have to show. We have a park that we've created there with some live, but also some stuffed animals. We have museums of illusion inside there. So you're welcome. You can come see for yourself. After here, we are going to ride the tower and cut the cake for the Jamhuri Day celebration, which has been prepared by Utalii, which is a sister company in tourism.
Okay.
So KICC is at the center of it. Actually, it's where all action is happening this week.
Okay. And what do you have to tell the youth in terms of content creation and the opportunities they are in? Because, you know, I see many young people there taking selfies.
Yes.
You know, what is it that...
there is a product that has been developed by KICC, which is an online expo platform. This is a space where all people with all creations, from arts to music, will be able to exhibit to the entire globe. And they will be able to also trade in it. We are having to develop a commercialization of it with a commercial agent that is capable of trading. So effective tonight, because we are launching it tonight, it will be available for utilization from that moment. You can display, exhibit. You know, we're in Sparrow Mice exhibition. You will exhibit online. So whether in Kapenguria or whether you're in Nyandoro, you'll be able to exhibit that what you have, and that who has interest in it will be able to see it, will act as a conduit.
Wonderful. And then we keep on seeing so many school children there. In fact, you have had very good, you know, staff there. There's a man who I think he retired called Kamau.
Yes.
There is also Mondi. There's Mbaika. People who really do a lot of good work there.
Yes.
So what is in it for schools? Because I see many of them, sometimes we do Zaleno challenge with them, schools from all over. Yeah.
Four things. And for small children, they love the fountains and the helipad.
Okay.
For students with NAC in engineering and architecture, they are still marveled by the architecture state of KICC. So you have had requests from even universities from France to come study the design. Okay. To date, it is still a compliant design, even with the current developments of green emission, natural right access, and all that. It is actually more compliant than most of the modern buildings. Yeah, so the attractions are both ended. For the young ones, it's the fun, the helipad, the fountains. For the well-advanced ones, it is the architecture of the building that attracts them. You compare its age with its display, they don't compare.
It's now, I think I saw it was completed in 1973.
Yes.
So it's now 52 years old.
From the construction, it is 56.
56 years.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. And okay, that's wonderful. And we could even see some very good photos when it was started, when President Kenyatta was launching it. Yomo, that is. So I think we are now going to take a break so that we can come to the other side to get questions from the audience. And this is the program that we love to talk to people in government. Kwa sababu tuna Sema na Spox. Nasema na Spox. Wewe unasema Sema na Gava, Bonga na Spox, wewe acha kuharibu maneno.